Debt can build wealth or it can trap you for decades. Debt gets a bad reputation, and honestly, a lot of it deserves it. But here's the truth that most people never want to hear: debt itself isn't good nor bad. How you use it decides the outcome. Today, I'm going to break down how debt can help you and how it can quietly destroy your future. Most people only experience debt in its worst form. For example, the first example would be credit cards for emergencies. The credit card becomes a backup income and not an emergency tool. It doesn't work like that. Say if you got multiple low limit credit cards, say if you got three credit cards and they all got $500, that's $1,500 in debt. Say if they all maxed out, you're not paying your car payment, your credit card payments on time. So now your credit score drops. So now you're using your credit card as an emergency card, and now you have a emergency event that happens monthly. And now you're using your credit card as an emergency card. If you use it that way, now you stopping your cash flow, which means that you every month you will have some type of emergency, and emergencies don't happen every month in real life. A smarter alternative is to start a emergency fund with at least $1,000. Most emergencies range between $500 and $700. And then if you do have a credit card, you want to have it on monthly payment so it automatically get paid. If you do that, your credit score will go up. Example number two is car payments that you cannot afford. So say you have a car payment between $600 to $800, and then you have insurance and gas, which most people got jobs, so you're spending $150 to $250, which and altogether you're spending $900 to $1,000 in your car. You might have the car because you want a luxury car or whatever you have the car for. Having a vehicle that's reliable to start building generational wealth and stuff is important. Say if you trade in your old car to get a new car, now you got negative equity on your new vehicle, which means that you're already in debt on day one with your new vehicle. So is it helping you or is it taken away? What I'm saying though is that all vehicles depreciate. A high car payment, it slows down investing, savings, and cash flows. You get a reliable vehicle, you have more money to save and invest and to do other things. Number three is taking out a loan that doesn't give you any long-term benefit. If the loan isn't building an asset, skill, or income, then you put yourself in a little more debt. We all know somebody who, or you might have done it yourself, got a personal loan to maybe go on vacation or to upgrade this in your life or upgrade that. What it do is you got a high APR rate. Now you are wearing what you should have been putting money into a investment account or anything, savings, emergency savings, 401k, Roth IRA. It's a lot of different things that you could put money towards other than something lifestyle-wise. Invest in your future. That's very important. Not getting loan debt is important because if you're paying back debt, you're still playing defense and you're not playing offense. And I've talked about that already in a video already. Start learning how to play offense. Stop playing defense all the time and play offense. Smarter investments would be like invest in your education. You get a return on your investment of real estate or something that's going to make you another cash flow, another source of income. Multiple sources of income will help you create generational wealth. When debt funds consumption, that's when it becomes a trap. That's why people always feel stuck, stressed, and always behind. Bad or useless debt is basically money that you robbing your future from. You don't get any returns back from it. It's just making you poorer over time. And if you want to create generational wealth, you gotta cut that out. You don't want to become poor. You want to become more wealthy. Useless or bad debt, you get high interest, no return, depreciating items. Like you're losing more than gaining. If you're using a lifestyle credit card, you're eating out subscriptions, vacations, like you're wasting money on stuff that you can be doing other things with. Your debt outlives your enjoyment. You use your credit card to go out of town. You out of town for a week, but you broke for a whole month. You want a better future, or we still living paycheck to paycheck? We here to create generational wealth. So we have to start putting systems and discipline and consistency into action so we can get what we want and to better our lives. If debt don't help you make more money or move you forward, then it's working against you. Good debt, when you actually use it properly, you just got to be strategic and make sure it's productive debt, if that makes sense. Good debt, when you use it the correct way, you just have to be strategic. You just have to be strategic and make the debt productive for you. You can use debt to use a credit card to invest in a skill, get a return on your investment, real estate, stuff like that. Anything that's gonna make you more income. You also want to make sure that it is controlled and intentional. And always have a plan attached to whatever goal or milestone that you have set. Write out a plan. Make sure it's written down and you're following that plan. Look at it every day. You know what I'm saying? When you see something, you act on it. You gravitate towards it. When you see it, you want to make it actually happen. Good debt has a purpose. Bad debt has excuses. But an important note is, good debt does not mean careless debt. Always pay attention. Track your money. The real problem is emotional borrowing. We all do it, or have done it. Most debt decisions are made when you're emotional. I deserve this. I pay this off later. Everyone else had one. Why not me? Debt made emotionally will be paid for logically and with interest. This is why discipline is more important than income. How to fix debt the right way. This is a couple of things how to fix debt the right way. First, you want to list all your debt. Then, you want to understand the interest rates. And thirdly, you want to stop adding new debt and you want to create a payoff plan. That the payment history, it matters, especially with credit. You know what I'm saying? It makes your credit score go up. Fifth, build a buffer. Clarity creates control. Control creates freedom. At iSHARE, we don't teach people to fear debt. We teach them to respect it, control it, and use it intentionally. Debt should serve your future, not steal from it. Debt can either shorten your timeline to freedom, or it can trap you for decades. Use debt like a tool and not a crutch. If this gave you clarity, subscribe. This channel is about real education, not the screens. If this helped you, subscribe to iShare. This channel is about discipline, financial literacy, and building legacy.